this is out of game, but I did have a question for you,
Sure.
Ruby. Or not.
I'm on the call, okay?
Alright, anyway.
That's fine.
We
We're
continue
teasing you,
where,
Cappy.
we continue from where you left off.
Alright, I'm gonna mute the call real quick. So let me see what. Let me just
I'll just say that you're following Hill.
Shall we continue?
I love how
Yeah.
the small people have tall people chaperones.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
We
almost
kinda
like you
have
guys
to
have
be.
your own mounts.
Well,
When
Patoonie's
you're all
luckier.
alone, you need a partner.
She has a flying mount, which is probably better than a mechanical construct.
Yeah, I'm also.
Patootie has a flying mount.
Are we
Hey, I like
opening
my
this
mechanical construct.
Heck yeah, we're opening this door.
Be
All
careful,
right. Do you
doors
want to
are
let?
scary.
As you open
You want to
this,
let? All right. Sorry. Go
as
ahead.
you open this door, you can see that this place has been absolutely looted. There is nothing left. No potions, no nothing. Just the alembic, which is the only reason why you assumed this to be a potion room.
Can I take that?
Unfortunately, it is screwed into the table.
Just rip it out.
Stole everything that
May
wasn't bolted down.
Draco cursed whomever looted this.
I didn't mean to roll.
Well, the alembic, like it may be screwed in. Could I?
Ignore the second roll. But I rolled in a card to see if there's any magical items.
Well, no, because this place is looted.
You never know. You never know.
Could I do an investigation check to see if there's any hidden spots in this room?
No need. There isn't.
Okay.
No.
Continue forward.
Yep. Nothing of value there. Oh, what happened to my house?
This area.
Alright,
I need to put my health back up. But
as you get to about here, you can see in the other room whatever the fuck this is. What you see is some sort of mechanism that has other balls, like, floating around it above the ground.
It's an astrolabe. Out of character, sorry.
It's a what now?
It's called an astrolabe.
Well, yeah, but your characters don't know that.
I said out of character.
I'm trying to be in. Fuck you.
Maybe later. Maybe.
Ew, it's a big crystal thing of a diggy. It's huge. Boy.
could we roll an investigation check or just base knowledge check?
This is out of your realm of knowledge.
Are there books over here?
Mm-mm.
Are there books? Like, if I start walking this way, would there be books right out there on the ground?
Nope.
Alright. I will walk around.
Are these objects in? Are these loose?
Indeed they are. You could move them.
Yeah, I'm gonna move them. Could everyone go to the bottom of the screen real fast?
Yeah. I was gonna study all the orb in the center because I was like,
I'm
knowledge
gonna
on
put
stars.
them all in line, like lined up. Excuse me. Oh, I muted myself. I don't know why I said that.
Okay. Doesn't want me to do that, so fuck you, I guess. Alright, you line them up. Nothing seems to happen.
Well, that was a waste of time.
Can I study the orb in the center?
Sure. You study the orb. It looks like the
Do
night
the
sky. Very cool. Don't understand
do
what the
I
fuck it does.
do I recognize any of like the constellations?
Well, yeah, because it's the night sky, so you recognize all the constellations that you would normally see in the night sky.
Hmm. Okay. So I have no idea what this is, but this is really cool.
This would be a
I
good room
kind
to
of
think in.
I kind of write down all the information. Like I say big room with multiple rings, orbs, and a central orb with a bunch of constellations in it.
Are you coming, y'all?
Onward!
Sorry, I was unmuted. I was muted. So, yeah.
Alright! As you
Well,
walk
I am
into this room, I could not find a proper token for this thing. However, here you see a very weirdly arranged stone work, where it seems like kind of like a keyboard or a. Actually, my world has typewriters, so it kind of looks like a typewriters thing.
Oh, I'll kind of go up there and. So where these crystals are is where that thing is.
I want to play with it.
All right. As you play with it, you hear a voice from nowhere that says, "Activating teleportation."
Oh no! I push.
Is there anything on this back wall?
Fly up here with them.
There are notes, but you don't know what they say because they're in a different fucking language.
I have comprehend languages.
Doesn't work.
Can I stuff them in my pack?
Mm-hmm.
I'll stuff them in my pack and eventually see who can study them.
Is there anything in this chest here?
Yes. A book.
I take it.
Is there a sword on this table or no?
It is in a different language, but you can read the title, and it says, Astral Sea.
I look into this middle area right here.
The pool of water is actually a very big fucking teleportation thing.
Can I see what's on the other side, or is it just like a blank?
It is blank currently.
Can I jump in it?
Sure.
Can
You
I
don't
read
go
the
anywhere.
astral? Oh, I'm sorry.
The,
Do you have
the Astral Sea book is written in a different language.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. Do
Do
I
you
know
want
what
me to-
language it is?
No.
Can I
Okay.
inspect
Yeah.
the word that?
Can I? Do you want me to
Hold
attempt
on.
to read
let,
that? Brother?
let Hilt do his thing.
Okay, yeah.
Can I inspect the keyboard that Patootie was playing?
Well, as you study it, you actually can read the things. The button that she pressed says Start Machine. There are 12 other buttons that have names on them. In this order, they are named Sub-Zero, Il Katai, what fucking planet are you guys going to again? Also, bless you.
Sorry, got strangled.
I forgot what planet you guys are going to again. Does anyone-
It's. I wrote down. Hold on.
Something V. It starts with a V. Psi or something like that.
I'm going back in my notes. Please hold. Volai.
That was close.
The third one reads Valai. The fourth one reads a name that Hilt actually recognizes, Malona.
Oh fuck!
Would I recognize that because of my item?
No, because you can't read it.
Mm.
The next one reads Izarith. The next one reads Anarith. I think that's 7, right? Yeah, that's 7. On the 8th, it reads Saphira. Or Sephirdal. Sorry, Sephirdal. On the next one, it reads Shadow Forest. The next one, it reads a very big do not push.
Please tell me that's one of the buttons Patootie pushed.
Do I know which one that Patootie pushed?
It was the start one.
Okay.
Lucky.
I tell the names of all of them
Well,
except for
there's
do not.
one more.
What's that last one?
Oblivion's Gate.
Okay. So I tell them that I can read the language, and then I tell them the names of all the buttons except for the do not push button.
We have little. I write them down, or I'll write them down in my book, and then
The first one was Sub-Zero, and then
Ilkatai.
Sub-Zero, Ilkatai, Vilai.
Valai. Izarith. Anarith.
Anarith, Sephiral.
How many did I put
Shadow.
then? Am I stupid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I remember why. The other buttons don't have a name.
Uh,
I'm gonna
I can
hand.
read this language.
um,
I'm gonna hand the book that I found to Hilt and ask if he can read it.
Take a look.
You cannot.
I hand him
Curious.
the notes I found.
Worth a shot.
Can I read the
Pull
notes?
up.
No.
Seems I only recognize the keyboards.
I see. Well, we found everything on this side. Want to go to the next side?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we find any information that would need us to go here, we can always come back.
Yeah, definitely. We can always come back here. I'm just gonna.
Seems like a good idea. I press the button to deactivate the machine for now.
Machine deactivated.
Can we steal anything?
No.
There's nothing
in
here to steal.
Unless you want to steal a chair.
That chair could go for a high price if you give me a good story.
I
You
ain't.
couldn't even lift the chair.
Hold on. I'm just
Shut up.
gonna I'm just gonna move you guys together. Alright, so eventually you make your way over here.
Oh, fucking roll 20. Go fuck.
I go into this room.
Alright. That room is filled with a portal to the Feywild,
Oh.
which Petunia immediately recognizes.
Well, does 2D? Do you want to drag me there? Is that what you're going to do?
What was the question?
The portal is a portal of the Feywilds that you recognize.
Oh! Patootie sees it. Patootie's like, ooh, that's home. Patootie lives there. Or Patootie knows that place. Patootie can go there and get home.
So we mark this down, write it out. Say, portal to the Feywild, Patooty's home.
Patootie enjoys there. Patootie don't feel strange there. People seem to like Patootie there.
Hey, was that Kool-Aid?
Oh no, why didn't you drink some?
Suddenly, a
Oh.
black ethereal bolt of lightning.
Oh. Please, no.
What?
That's a joke.
Okay.
Oh god,
PTSD
we already have
just kicked in.
one. I remember the last time we saw a portal like this.
Oh,
Alright, so we move out of here then.
Yeah,
I mean, we could push the lizard dude into the portal and,
I mean,
I feel like that would be too much trouble for the Feywild people, though.
yeah.
Yeah, you tell him hit. Help.
What's in this room?
Another sleeping area.
Search it.
You find nothing of importance here.
Nothing.
Yeah,
then we
I
can
guess we
go
go
over
here.
Alright, inside of here is a canteen. Very cool, but the food on the plates and table is absolutely cold.
Patootie's tempted to go to the portal back home. At least she can understand the Fae a little bit better than this strange plane of existence.
What's this
Weird.
lead to?
If you see
Yeah, what's
nothing,
this for?
if you see nothing behind a door, it doesn't lead anywhere.
Okay. Didn't know if it was a gate or something to another area.
Someone's standing on top.
Is there anything? Is there anything over here?
Spider webs
Anything?
and a skeleton here.
Anything
Ooh,
down
is
there?
it a wealthy skeleton person?
No, it is a skeleton of a humanoid.
I'm sure we can sell the bones.
anything on this table here.
A bloodied cloth.
Yeah, no thanks.
Anything going this way?
Again, if it doesn't have anything over there, then no.
Okay.
Judy is intrigued by this deep, dark hole that she has yet to see because.
All right. The barrel. The barrel's nothing.
Yeah,
I say we
it's
should.
It's just
I
more
should.
food.
I think one of us should jump in.
Be my guest.
All right.
No, I said stew.
Down that hole is actually a portal to the Shadowfell.
Oh, lovely.
I hear they got good parties there.
Mm. So
I wonder where
searching
this
this room
way.
searching this room other than the hole. There's nothing in here.
As you open this door, there's nothing there.
In both these rooms?
Yep.
Dang. Okay.
So I guess we're ready to continue onward with our quest.
Yeah, I just don't know where we have to go.
Probably back to the beginning.
Or you could
Sure.
fuck around with the portal.
I think it would be in our best interest to commune with. Oh wait, what was the other place? Millennium?
Malona?
Malona. We should commune with the woman who is from Malona.
Yeah, I think we need to go back to the.
Let's go back and then go follow the map. Do we want to follow the map to the dragon?
Are we strong enough to fight the dragon right now?
Absolutely
I
not.
don't think so.
Absolutely
Exactly.
not.
I think we
Okay.
should go back to the first town.
All right. Go.
Yeah.
Just stay still. I'm just gonna. We're just gonna. Hold on. Where's the fucking lizard?
This is right over here.
Okay. I'm just stop it. I'm just gonna move you back to the. Wait. Where are you guys? Oh my god. on. Stop moving your own goddamn token.
Can we just click back over to City of Tears?
Yeah. Alright, eventually you make your way back to the City of Tears, and you head, I'm guessing, into the tavern to see your friend.
First, I go to the general store.
Which is the tavern.
Uh,
Do they sell amethyst or
You mean
or
amber?
yeah? Do they sell amber there?
No, that would be a potion or magical shop.
So I go there first.
we're missing
I'm
someone.
also.
Where are you missing?
Give me a
Oh,
second.
yeah, where's Patootie?
Patootie is not on.
Patooty's underneath my character.
No, I moved the tokens to see, and it didn't move. Unless it moves both of the characters. I don't know. Patootie is missing. Call us for.
Where's Patootie?
Actually,
Did I leave her behind? Oh, she's in a random ass house.
Patootie teleports randomly. Patootie doesn't understand it either.
Alright, you make your way into a magic shop, and he will casually, I believe this is the one. Who is this? Is this a tiefling? Oh yeah, it's Fred. He will say,
Patootie.
"Welcome, Construct. How may I serve you?"
Hello, I'm looking for amber, please.
Oh, you require amber?
Yes.
How much gold do you have?
How much amber do you have?
I have 500 gold pieces worth.
Well, I just happen to have 500 gold pieces.
Alright, he'll put the amber on the table.
I put the gold on the table.
Alright, he'll give you the amber.
I give him the gold. A pleasure doing business with you.
Indeed.
um,
Don't know why you
I
would
will-
need amber of all things, but sure.
A construct's business is
I-
a construct's business.
Fair enough.
Is that the
can
amber I
sell
had?
books to him real quick? Can I do that before we talk to her?
What are you doing? What?
Selling all those books from the library.
You're selling them?
Those magical books that we found in the Wizard's library.
Sure, they go for 100 gold.
A piece? Or
No. 100 gold
Altogether?
flat. Yeah.
Is this the friend you're talking about, Hilt?
Yes, I've returned with amber.
I guess I'll take it.
I'll get it.
Patootie gets excited when she sees the rainbow-colored purse and pokes.
She will poke
Hey.
she will poke you back and then look at Hilt as you say that you've returned with amber, and she will say, "Very good."
You are very.
She looks at the salamander.
Hey!
Did this little one actually do something to piss you off? If so, we're sorry.
Well,
I didn't.
allow me to introduce myself to the rest of you. I am known as Devala. And now that you have amber, I am Devala 12 Star. You recognize that last name. A legend
With
has said that the 12 Stars are a great lineage in the city of Tornadoes, directly connected to the council.
ooh,
So, why did you require amber in the first place?
She will snap her fingers, and the amber gem will become a necklace that will wrap around your body. And she will say, "One of you must always wear this,
Dibs.
yeah, not you.
and I have selected you, Construct."
Damn it.
Amber is a very good way to fight against the enemy that we fight to this day.
Amber is a fossil.
She begins to cast Dimension Door on the salamander.
Wait.
I pick up the
I just
salamander
walked
by the hood and
behind
throw him
him.
on my shoulder.
I was just gonna neck chop him to knock him out.
Anyway,
I don't like doors. Can you do a less scary spell?
she will pat Patootie on the head. You poor thing.
This one seems to randomly teleport when doors are open. She opens doors.
Hilt, can we trust your friend?
Trust her. She is more than trustworthy.
We would know that.
Why
We
would
would know
you-
about the 12-star, right?
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Alright. So we would know that this clan is very trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Then we should tell her about what we saw.
We explain the two. Do we explain the two visions, or just the one vision that Patootie accidentally triggered?
The important vision, the future vision.
I accidentally did a big no-no and caused a vision.
Alright, so you explained the vision that you saw to her.
Yep.
She will kind of sigh, and then she will say, "Of course. Eventually we must all fight him. The pillars. Sometimes I worry. But then I regain my hope. The pillars are very strong. I trust them with my life. If you are worrying about dying, I wouldn't.
I'm more concerned that we inadvertently set off events that might make it worse for us.
There are worse things than death. I have accidentally teleported into a volcano once, and that was very scary.
I want.
I'm going to show her the book that we found on the astral sea, and
I
ask
also
if
hand
she
her
can read
the
it.
notes.
We brought presents.
She will read the Astral Sea book, and she will close it, and she will say, "Well, I can tell you one thing. If you want to prepare for a dragon, this is probably one of the best ways to fucking do it."
Please continue.
Please continue.
There are a few places that I would suggest against going, but if you believe that you are good enough at healing magics and other things of that sort, then I believe that you will be fine.
I'm good at somewhat magic. Magic
What
is
is this option that you're
Uh,
suggesting?
I show her the pouch.
What is the what, sorry? She's talking to Hill.
Oh,
Yeah.
What is this option that you're suggesting for us?
Well, I believe that the teleporter that you found has a way in and out of the astral sea, or of the planet that you want to go to. You could go there and train. You are yet new adventurers, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Fairly.
Yeah.
Then
Fairly new.
that is what I would do before the dragon fight that you have. I would explore the sea. It would be fun.
This sea is. not
How do we survive in the astral sea?
Oh, you have not to worry about that. The portal that you have found will just send you to the planet that you select.
the astral sea is more safer than this plane of existence.
What planet should we go to?
Well, if I had a suggestion, I would probably say Izarith, but there's not much to do on that planet. It's very boring.
But it's a good starting point for training, yes.
Perhaps not. It is just a good planet to go to.
Mm-hmm.
We... forgive my rudeness, however, we are not looking for vacation spots. We need a place to get stronger.
I could always use a vacation though.
Well, if you want to get stronger and aren't afraid of the undead, you could go to Il Katai.
I knew you were going to say that.
Um,
You go there. That place does not seem like a place for the living.
Indeed, it is not, which is why it is a planet of the undead.
considering.
I mean, I do have some spells I want to try out. Shouldn't we go?
Yeah, that does sound fair. I do pull up the notes and hand them to her.
I've already seen these. Thank you.
What did the notes say?
She doesn't tell.
Let's put it on that.
She didn't tell you.
I have
I
a
wonder
question.
why.
I have a random question at the game. Are her eyes currently closed or are they open?
They're closed.
Patootie will raise her hand. How can you see the notes if your eyes are closed?
I can't see.
You said you saw the notes. I am confused.
She smiles.
She
And then
probably
she-
can
and
read
then-
through an extra.
She will open the palm of her hand, and you will see another eyeball.
Ooh, can I touch it?
No.
That would be
Okay.
poking the eye. You don't do that. That would hurt them.
Oh.
Do
Sorry.
it, do 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 it.
I don't succumb to peer pressure. I am not a boy.
Do it, do it, do
No.
it, do it, do it, do it.
I'm just going
do
to
it,
pick
do it.
the lizard thing up and just throw it across the room.
Whoa, he can
Anyway.
fly.
All right. Do you talk to Devola anymore?
I explained to her about the different portals to the Feywilds and the Shadowlands as well.
I see. You could also, if you really wanted to, go there.
Go where? The Feywilds or the Shadow World?
Either or.
I am very well versed in the Feywilds. I grew up there.
Do you think it would be a place suited for training?
Perhaps.
If you can handle the craziness there.
Hmm.
Some say that's why my magic is a little wild.
But
You blame-
I believe that the Feywild was recently cleansed by the Queen.
Really? That's boring. Why would she do that?
Because it was corrupted.
The Feywild's more fun when it's corrupted. You get to do a lot of fun things.
Devala will sigh and then just turn her head away from Patootie.
Thank you, Devon.
I pat Patootie's head, and I go, hyperactive.
The Feywild is not meant to be contained. Just like me, I am a wild spirit. Not meant to be contained.
Forgive the child. She...
I'm not a child. I'm a grown adult. I am 10.
Forgive the child.
Forgive the child.
Alright. Do you ask any
I-
other questions to Devala?
I survived 5 years in the Feywild. I am strong.
I asked her about her home planet.
Ah, you wish to know Bologna?
Yes.
It was a wonderful place. Alright. She lore dumps you.
Oh.
I will be posting a video about Malona later on my channel. That way I don't have to explain it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
Fair.
Fair. All right. So we will go. I guess. Do you want to go get some rations or get loot up, get a bunch more thing,
We've
potentially?
got
If you go to El Katai, I would recommend bringing at least a year's worth of rations. And she will hand you 5 Electrum.
Oh,
And get suited up.
Yeah.
So
one
Judy is
question.
curious where to get good clothes for a sorcerer.
Datame perks his ears up, and shasha. I hear that you want clothes, do you, Kobold?
I want something that can be protecting, but also not weigh me down, because I am tiny.
Oh, darling, don't worry. I've got the perfect thing for you.
I look at this.
All right,
And
he's gonna start measuring you.
My ears are long.
stranger danger! Stranger danger!
Don't judge me because of my long ears. I got picked on by.
Davala.
Yes.
If we take the transporter to Ilkatai, how would we get back?
There will be a teleporter back.
Okay, so it's not a one-way trip. That's helpful.
Or you could find you wouldn't know what those are. Never mind.
What can we expect of Ilkatai? Will there be other civilizations struggling to survive there, or is it solely ruled by the undead?
Well, you can expect the Ilkthor, which is the race that lives there, the race of the undead. It is said that they are controlled by a singular, or maybe even more than one, mastermind.
So we can expect to be
Hunted.
attacked from all angles, basically.
Indeed.
Wonder if there's a portable fortress or something we could get.
Perhaps. Alright. She's gonna teach you about guns.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Guns are bad.
She will begin to explain that Ilkatai has guns on the planet, and that they would be a very great help if you would find one on your journey.
Oh.
So these explosive...
Just imagine Patootie with a gun.
You can now in character say gun.
Oh, sweet. So,
guns. They are dangerous, yes.
Indeed, but they are very helpful.
Are they rare?
Indeed, especially on Ilkatai.
is there a potential to find schematics where we can get people to make them?
She shrugs. I have no idea. Would you like me to try to see?
If you can.
Alright, she's gonna open both of her eyes, revealing the 12-pointed stars, and look into your goddamn future.
Fancy.
And then
I'm just mesmerized by the eyes.
she will close her eyes again and say, I couldn't see your future for some reason.
That is scary.
Davala. Is there a way to get a bow of light but as a gun?
Shouldn't you just change?
She will look at you and then touch your hand, and your bow will turn into a gun.
Oh, yeah.
So we see this light gun.
Yeah, and you have unlimited ammo.
Uh,
Infinite
It's a blaster.
ammo.
Um,
Max ammo.
are there?
can you do that to my tridents? I just like hold up my tridents.
No.
Unfortunate. I would put the
Is
tridents
there
away.
any kind of specific healing stuff I should know
Well,
for?
she will begin to explain what a hospital is.
She get a healing gun.
A syringe.
She will begin to explain everything like that. Syringes don't actually exist in my world. Because I'm afraid
Gotcha.
of needles. So,
Fair
fuck
enough.
those things.
Question.
Instead, there are pills and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I
go
gain
ahead.
them.
Go ahead, Deja.
The gun, does it do any different damage, or is it still the same?
It's powered damage, so it breaks enemies' armors.
Okay.
Basically, you have a also, Cappy, you're muted if you didn't know.
I know. I'm in the call,
Ah, okay.
so I'm also gonna be deaf now and then.
All right. Anyway, so she will begin to explain what a hospital is.
You like to use words.
And tell you all the things that would be useful in a hospital. But then she will also say, there is one other thing that you should know. The Ilkthar can infect you. And should you ever get enough of an infection, I'm afraid that you will be killed by me.
I understand.
There is, however, one of you that is immune to the infection. She pats Hilt on the back.
Oh, right. I am not of the living, so I cannot be undead.
Indeed. However, normal healing magic while you're on Ilkatai will not work on you. Only the mending thing that you have, I assume.
Indeed.
Is there? Sorry.
But you can also find repair stations that actually heal constructs like you.
Interesting.
You can
So-
you can even replace your arms, your limbs, other things like that.
Get
So
upgrades.
there's.
You can
upgrades.
become a fucking mech.
Yo.
I'm sorry. I'm just envisioning Gundam mech style.
Can I replace my hands with guns?
Indeed, you can.
Yo.
Is there a way that we could get this protection from the curse?
Oh, she looks at Datame and he's already working on it.
I'm curious what they made for Patootie outfit.
Well, they made a rather cute white dress. It adds +2 AC.
Nice.
Nice.
I crawl back on tilt after being thrown and passed out.
I throw you over my shoulder.
I will thank Devola for her knowledge and her assistance.
Anytime.
And I will wait until he's done making her outfit and ask, is there anything you can do to assist with my specialty healing and stuff like that?
Well, I could... Well, you already have a bag. I'm unsure.
I will ask if there's any way he can make me an item that would resist the.
He's
The
already
infection.
working on it.
Oh, okay.
When would this be done? Like tomorrow morning?
He will show you that he's already halfway done.
Oh fuck. Okay.
This man is level 20. He's going fast.
He's level
Patootie?
20?
His
Yes.
hands are a fucking blur.
Patootie is sitting crisscross applesauce on the ground.
He has a. I'm gonna let you know this right now. His dex is 40 because of magical items.
Yeah,
Patootie is in awe watching this master at work.
While he
So
is
this salamander was going to try to pickpocket with level 40 dex.
while he is crafting his stuff for us, I'm gonna go ahead and sell these rubies.
I stand behind Patootie and I start doing her ears up like a ponytail.
Oh.
So everybody gets 200 gold.
We
I
have 5
demand
electrum now.
300. I demand 300.
You have 2
Nope.
electrum, shut up.
You
At least
guys
I stole my
also
500.
you guys also have 5 electrum from Davala.
Yeah.
How much money do I need to add to my character sheet?
So
None.
each gets
You
one
should
electrum.
designate one person to have all the money.
Me.
No.
Me.
No.
I'm the designated healer, so let's either have the hilt be the designated money holder.
Yeah.
I open my
Or-
chest compartment and there's a bank safe in there.
Yeah.
Here you go, Hilt. Here's the rubies if you want to go ahead and sell them.
Okay.
And just add them to the funds.
All right. So I'm assuming that you guys are deciding on going to Il-Katai.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
With pay.
on adventure!
Oh boy, do I have to prepare some fucking shit for you. I'll have to make a goddamn new campaign for that too, because another party's gonna go there eventually anyway.
Oh, lovely.
So,
All right.
Mr. Hilt, you can hold
So,
my money quite heavy.
for everyone that isn't the construct, you get basic undead protection. Should you get infected, basically, should you have an enemy that can infect you, there is a lower chance that you will get infected.
Can I just get not basic?
It is basic for now. It can only be upgraded with items from Il-Katai itself.
Oh.
But
Is there a cure for the infection or not yet?
There is on the planet.
where can we find it?
It's also very fucking rare. I would
But
not
where can
rely
we
on
find it? Where can we find it though?
So I assume you're going to stop here to wait for that campaign?
Well, yeah, obviously. But,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where we'll